Just making sure that we are up in the air. Yes, hello, my dearest friend. This is Sarah Jamshidi. Welcome to Peace Talk with Sarah. I am so glad I'm here, and I'm so glad you are here. So it's Thursday, July 1st, and we are not even a few days away from the heat wave. Oh my God. I mean, I have never seen Seattle in such a boiling situation. It was Monday, it was just a few days ago on Monday that we had 115 degree Fahrenheit in Seattle area. I mean, it was just extremely hot. We do not have AC. We had a portable AC thanks to one of our neighbors here that I'm so grateful. But I could understand what the, I mean, when there is so much heat, how people are really going through. And it was an experience. And it's an experience that we are creating against our Mother Earth. Honestly, I mean, we are just putting too much pressure and too much unkindness and being unkind against the earth and against the resources that we have. So probably this is what we get is what we deserve. And I truly believe that we need to fix this for our daughters, for our sons, for the next generations. Talking about kindness and being kind. I mean, I am so much into these kind of things right now. This is a older magazine, but the power of kindness. I am so much into seeing, reading the articles and learning more about kindness. It's just a beautiful book, I mean, magazine that I am enjoying. Speaking of that, so a few things are happening with us in Goldtone. First of all, I am wearing this scarf because it's 4th of July. 4th of July is coming. Let me see, it's going to be on, where is July? Yes, it's going to be on Sunday. It's going to be on Sunday, a few days later, and I am very excited for 4th of July. This is the Independence Day is what really matters to many nations and many countries. Last week, I talked about freedom fighters, people who are voicing their like disagreement, their opposition against the authoritarian regimes, and by doing so, they sometimes pay a great deal. They pay a great deal. I mean, just last week, I talked about Sharia Taleghani wrote a book called Prison Literature, and basically covering many of those people who have taken drastic measures and voicing their opinion against authoritarian regimes and being in prison. And when you are in prison, God knows what happens to you. Anyway, so there are people who are actively fighting for freedom, and we had our own fight. We did have our own fight and we won, and it was on 4th of July. So therefore, we are celebrating that very important day. Happy 4th of July to all of my friends in the United States. And if you are watching from abroad, this is an important day in the United States. So speaking of which, I'm going to talk about a few. So here's what's happening. So I'm just going through my note to make sure that I'm covering all of the things that I am here to cover. So yes, for 4th of July, we are deciding about whether or not to publish a story about food or about 4th of July itself. So we haven't decided exactly, but we know about the story that we posted this week. Again, I mean, fighting for freedom, fighting for independence is an important matter. And what do we really want out of the fight? What we want out of the fight is to reach stability and reach independence and reach peace. I think this is what we are looking for, to reach peace and prosperity and stability for our own lives, for the lives of our countrymen and women, and for our country. For that matter, we posted a very in my opinion, important story. It's called Abraham's Land. Abraham's Land is a musical play written by Lauren Marshall. I know Lauren for a long time. She was our first guest. I mean, I was so honored to have her. And trust me, not being in any of the NPR stations or not being in BBC, but being, in my own home office and doing this one privately, and trusting me and talking with me about Abraham's Land. This is a play and a script that she's been working on several years, and now is coming to its fruition, whatever the word is, but it's coming into existence very soon. On between July 15 to July 18, the play is going to be live on stage at the Kirkland Performance Center. So if you are in Seattle area, around this neighborhood, please come over and watch the musical. It's a beautiful story. And if you are not, I think they do have this capacity to either live stream or to stream it. I do not exactly know how they are doing it, but this is this kind of things that they had figured out. So I should know more. But here's the information, so you can find out more about Abraham's Land. So when the wall is around us, everyone is prisoner. This is a story we posted on Goldtune, GOLTUNE, goldtune.com. And with pictures, with information about the show, and with lots of description about basically what's going on. Also on Kirkland Performance Center, Abraham's Land is on the front page. You can see that. And also just Google Abraham's Land and you'll see lots of information about the play, about Lauren, and about many of the amazing people. The cast is both Israelis and Palestinians, Arabs and Jews, and I'm sure that I'm going to enjoy the show. I watched the synopsis of the show when they were in rehearsal, but I am going to enjoy the full show, and I'm super excited. Yes, that's happening. Goldtune.com. When you go to our website, please sign up to our newsletter. We do post newsletter and information about what's going on Goldtune.com. So newsletter is important. info@goldtune.com is also one of the ways in which you can submit your email, and we add you to our email list. This is for this week and for 4th of July, Independence Day, and fighting for freedom. For next week, again, I am super excited about this story. Here's what's, before I go to next week, something is happening within the area that we cover in Goldtune. We started with fashion. I was so enamored and so excited about female and women's fashion during Eid al-Fitr, and the website started according to just covering women's power and women's agency. And we started with clothes, and then we just continued to publish. And I am all about female power and women power, and specifically Muslim women power. But here's what's happening, and it's really, really hot. And the name is also very hot. So the name is the title, Modest is Hottest. Modest is hottest. We are covering modest fashion, and this really grabbed my attention. This is a name of a song by Mathew West. He is a Christian singer, and he wrote this song to basically talk to his daughters. The song starts like this: the boys are coming around, my English, 'cause you are beautiful, and it's all your mother's fault. So it's a funny, interesting, humorous song about dad is talking to daughters and just, telling them, try to be more mindful about your appearance and so forth. But the song created a huge backlash, big one. It was posted on June 18, and then they decided to just take down the song because it was so much criticism against the song. One of the reasons is we women really do not like to be told of how to appear, what to do, how to dress, and so forth and so on, especially we are in this social era that we are not really tolerating any of those, although it's coming from a dad, it's coming from a kind heart, and he cares about his daughter. I'm sure that my husband is going to have conversations. I'm going to have conversations about the same matter, but how to say it and not too publicly is a very important matter. So for those of us who really would like to have this kind of conversation with our daughters, probably I'm not singling out boys and girls, because also responsibility lies on boys, but specifically because I have a daughter and conversation about daughters, I do recommend this book. It's an interesting book. So the title is "You're Wearing That? Understanding Mothers and Daughters in Conversation" by Deborah Tennant. So it specifically talks about girls dressing and really how to guide them, or how to talk to them, or how to understand their point of view, and do have the conversation. Especially, for people like me. I am from Iran. Every time I open my mouth, every time my daughter says, "Mom, you're from Iran, and these things are not your cup of tea. You were grown up in a different country, different culture." Blah, blah, blah. I understand. Yes, that's true. Exactly, that's true. But this doesn't disqualify me of talking to my daughter about dress respectfully as much as she can. I mean, according to, choose, but choose in a way that it's respectful. Also, here's the thing. Just wanted to share this very quickly. When I was growing up back in Iran, it was a very difficult situation, especially for women. So starting age of 9, we were forced. I didn't wear a scarf until age 16, 17, when all the bodies started showing up. But it was tough, and it was really difficult. But I remember it was just this line. I was in love with this line from My Fair Lady. I think this scene is sexist, whatever it is, but this line really stick with me. Rex Harrison, the male character, is talking to Audrey Hepburn, Eliza, in the movie My Fair Lady, and this line. He says that women should really care about what they are putting in their brain, and not what they are dressing and what they are showing, or what they are not showing, and so forth and so on. And that, this is beautiful lyrics, and really stick with me. I thought probably this is really true, that we need to care about what we read, or how we carry ourselves, or a conversation coming from a point of knowing and understanding and power position, rather than from a point of view of, "Oh, I want to flirt you," and so forth and so on. So I really liked that line, and I'm going to read this book, "You Are Wearing That," a conversation between mothers and daughters about dress, and I'm just carry this kind of discussion with my daughter about, yes, I am from Iran, and yes, I do have a different perspective. Hopefully we can have a closer point of view. So this is about this week. Modest is hottest, but basically I don't think that's the case. So it was a very big backlash against the song. And what's happening is for next week is it's all about female and women empowerment. We do support, and this is what we are doing in Gold Tune, women and female empowerment, specifically Muslim women empowerment, because we believe that Muslim women do have agency. They do know, they do understand, and they take things in their own hands. Exactly like the story that we are publishing. We are reposting the story for next week. It's about Miss Marvel. Okay, this is I should have had this one in my hand. So this is my editorial calendar. Muslim Miss Marvel superhero is trying to fix the wrongs. It's the story. We are reposting it. Sana Amanat is the editor for this series. Kamala Khan is the Miss Marvel, Muslim Miss Marvel, Pakistani American who is a superhero, and then we are reposting the same story for next week to celebrate Muslim women power and agency. I'm going to come back to tell you about what we are doing for our podcast show, which authors we are featuring, which books we are reading, and what's happening with Gold Tune. But for now, it's about 4th of July. It's about freedom fighters. It's about Independence Day, and it's all about really how to move an agenda, a public political agenda forward, so then we all can reach peace, prosperity, stability, and hopefully kindness, and hopefully with compassion and kindness towards peace, inshallah. Thank you so much for watching, and yes, stay tuned until next week, Thursday. Take care. Bye bye. Okay, end the broadcast, and thank you. Khuda Hafiz.